No, it depends. Yeah, it can be declared in the head also. As I told you yesterday in the previous classes, that it's always advised to put the JavaScript code at the bottom so that um, they load later instead of at the start of the page. I mean, if they load earlier, then it's kind of halts the performance. So that's the reason I put the JavaScript code at the bottom every time. Yeah, even if it's external file, it's still loading in the same page. It doesn't mean that it's loading somewhere else. It's loading in the same page. So now here, refresh. Okay. Now you see validate.js it says, but still it's in the same file. The script, the CSS file, and the HTML is only HTML. Right. So this is the way to write a perfect code, like without using script or style in the same page. You can do it externally and include them. This looks clean and neat. Okay, so well, let's do. So I'll say submit here. It's submitted. The values are blank. Okay, and still it's submitted. This is not the right way, right? Because it keeps on piling up the junk data in our database. That shouldn't be done. So this is the action. Cache.html was the action. So it, after submitting the form, it came here. Okay, now what I do is, like, I just the return value, I'll say false. Okay, remember here on submit I said return validate. So what it does is, whatever, so do you want me to sub, depending upon the return value, this form will be submitted. If it returns false, it won't be submitted. If it returns true, the form will be submitted. Now let's see, let's refresh and see. So I refresh this, submitted, so nothing happens, you see, because it's returning false by default. Okay, so we use this logic to control to submit the form or not submit the form. So here I come. So now how do I access the form values? This is how I access the form values. So first, var name or email, let's say. The first one is email, right? So this is accessed like this, document dot whatever the form name here. Okay, I'll write like this, form name, then whatever the element name dot value. This is how I access the value. Okay, this is how a value is accessed. So now here var email. So for email, what is the form name? Document dot form name is, let's go back here, form name is registration form. So registration form dot, so what is the email's name? Email's name is email dot value. Let's see if you're getting the right value or not. So I say alert email. Again, I can say console.log. That's a better way instead of saying alert. So I say console.log email, and here I'll return false because I don't want to submit this form. Alright, let's see now. Open the console, just do this and submit. Now see, it says an empty string. Now I type here something and I submit. It does not let me submit because it says please enter an email address. So I say @gmail or fmail or whatever.com. Now you see console.log. So this is what I'm getting over there. This is what it says. Now, like such, I will access name to var name equal to document dot registration form dot. So what is the value name of the name field? It's name. So I always give these kind of names because it's easy for me to recollect them. So here I'll say console.log name. Let's see if you are getting this too. Any question here? Spell wrong form name? Really? I don't think so. Oh, here. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I corrected it. Thank you. So I come here, refresh. Meanwhile, I'll remove this type equal to email. So it's better if you use HTML5 form elements. Okay. So that will be discussed most probably whenever I get time. So I submit here. You see, both of them are empty strings. When I submit something and some other thing here, I submit. So it gets here. So now I have to validate these data. So I don't have to for email. I should not accept anything. Uh, it should have at least at the rate and a dot com or org or let's say something like that. Okay. So do I go with regular expression? I don't think so. Let me see. Nowadays emails have numbers also, so we don't have to validate the first part. Okay, let's forget about the email validation until we do expressions. So let's just talk about the name validation. So I'll come back and say email, and I can also say required equal to required. Okay, here too required equal to required. Now let's see what happens here. I refresh this. Okay, these are required values, it says. Now if I submit them, it says please fill out this field. Now I fill out and as I submit, please enter an email address. And I submit, it says please fill out this field. Okay, so required will help me in validating the empty form elements. Like it will not let me submit empty fields. So now how our email validation is done. For name validation, let's do. So the name validation. So here, so I'll remove this console.logs. We don't want them, or I'll comment out them. Now here, now let's see. So, how do we do this? This also can be done using regular expressions. Okay, fine. We'll do with regular expressions. So I've decided that. So I'll stop sharing my screen for some time.